we could talk about this for days. And when you look at the designs of these consoles, it definitely looks like we're going into that next generation. And there's a lot of people that hate on both designs of these consoles. I think they're very bold. I think the Xbox looks like a great, a PC-like structure, and the PS5 kind of gives me that resemblance of the 360 days. It's very unique, it's different, and it's one of these consoles that I feel like for years you're going to be like, that's the PlayStation 5, and I really think it stands out from the crowd and in terms of what they made in the past.
I definitely agree there, but something I want to touch upon, or Canadian Steve, excuse me, is that PlayStation 5 already said they're going to revamp their UI for the PlayStation 5,
Okay.
and I see merit in that, but I think we definitely need to manage our expectations, because I think, generally speaking, consoles are becoming more aligned with the PC space, in that you can incrementally, not everyone can afford the new console, and having that option, you don't necessarily need to upgrade right away. It's like your phones, right? Apple, it's Apple. Android hasn't changed much. There's a lot of options behind the scenes, and there's new, apps and features, but fundamentally on the surface, it's the same. It's the ecosystem. So I think the gaming space, the console space specifically, has taken some cues from that, and I do see merit to that as well. I agree with you, nostalgia speaking, when they come out with a radically new, different design, new controller, new, 3D, whatever. Now we've come to a point where gaming is the graphics for games are so impressive as is. Last of Us 2, again, regardless of what you feel for the game, looks impressive. Gears 5 looks
definitely.
Red Dead Redemption. My God, every time I play that, I have to stop in and take the scenery like I'm on vacation. And that's not something, I can't go. I played some 360 games that weren't updated, and I thought 360 was an HD console. My God, my eyes were having a hard time adjusting.
But would you say though that we're living in a new generation where studios have gotten lazier, and where what I mean by that is being, are we going to get 5 new versions of Skyrim for this generation, where or Grand Theft Auto, a game that's already, it's been out since 2013? Is it just going to be brought out on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and just updated, and they're going to charge $60-70 for a game that you already bought?
That's the fundamental difference in the philosophy. I think PlayStation is going to take that cue again, but that was this past generation. They were mediocre consoles from the get-go. Okay, so when they said, "Oh yeah," well, they had to kind of rely on to bring up the number of games on there, right? Nathan Drake remastered, Last of Us remastered, Gears of War Ultimate remastered, Halo remastered. Well, yeah, but guess what? It holds up, and Microsoft and 343 are still supporting Halo. They definitely came out of the gate iffy, but that game's still getting updates. It just got a 4K HDR 60 FPS thing. They gave out Halo Reach, Halo 3 ODST, and more than likely they're going to put out Halo 5 in that collection at some point.
Right. Microsoft just announced too that studios that are updating their games for the Series X are not to charge for that upgrade.
Well, that's what I'm getting at here.
Yeah.
That is exactly it. Whether or not, that's up to the developer. Microsoft made it clear they will not be charging for that, at least first-party games and old games that they have control over or they can obtain the assets for, so on and so forth. But I think that as there's going to continue to be lazy, they haven't pushed out a really compelling game for me since, well, even Wolfenstein 2. It was good. I didn't finish it. And I'm not saying that particular developer. I know they publish Doom, and that series is totally revitalized and revamped, and I love it. But other than that, you're right. Here's another, Elder Scrolls 5 remaster, or now we put it on the Switch. And why? No, why are you going to put people buy it? Yeah, well, I don't want to talk about Nintendo. This is specifically whatever, but they're getting away with highway robbery, and I think that should be another video. I know we talked about having a video discussing Xbox Game Pass versus PlayStation Now. That's definitely. I don't want to get too much into that, but just wrapping
No,
up here
definitely.
because
Yeah.
we're been a little over the time limit. But for me, I'm excited for both consoles. That's totally putting that out there. I think PlayStation 5 definitely radical design. Some of the games really do impress me. I think Ratchet and Clank is uh, is definitely utilizing that SSD quite in very unique ways that I honestly wouldn't have thought of. Uh, I know Horizon Zero Dawn in the first one they wanted to have the ability to fly. They might add that in this game now. They have that overhead where they can use that. Uh, and by the same token, I'm extremely excited for what the Series X has to offer. I know I might be in the minority, but again, Hellblade is a series I love. I haven't seen a new flight simulator in forever. And if
Right.
they
Yeah.
bring
Flight
out Fable
Simulator.
4, I don't know about Perfect Dark. I'm gonna have to see what they do with that. Maybe that new IP that they've been rumored to have, that could be amazing. And finally, Halo Infinite. I think they finally, hopefully, 343 got their groove. So I'm excited for that. And at the very least, let's say I can't upgrade right away. I have the X series. Sorry, I mean, again with their terrible naming convention. Xbox One X already confirmed to be running at 4K 60. The S is going to be running at 1080p 60, probably dynamically, if we're being real. And on the Series X, they said it's rumored to be 120 FPS for multiplayer. Now that's something I can say, you know what? That's something maybe that's compelling. That's not something I can currently do on the hardware I have. And when you add ray tracing and maybe they have native 4K running across the board and that's something to me. Okay, here we go. SSD, no, that's something I say, yeah, there's a fundamental difference. It's not, like you said, revolutionary, because at this point it's becoming incremental, but it's still compelling. And
Yeah,
price point,
definitely.
I'm definitely looking to that July event to see what they have in store. They probably won't announce prices, but they're gonna have to come out with 3 or 4 big hitters and Halo, not just Halo. I don't know. What do you feel?
Definitely. Definitely. No, I definitely agree with you. And I think at this point, the best thing we could do is just wait and see. And I think, honestly, we're not that far away. And I think that's a great way to end our video today.
I
What do
agree.
you all think about this generation of consoles that's coming out? What are your thoughts? Comments down below. Please leave your thoughts on what you think the next generation of consoles is. What you think is going to end up happening, and who you're going for, PlayStation or Xbox, or maybe you're even going to go with Nintendo. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. Of course, we're always looking to improve. And also subscribe or click on the little bell notification to get notified when we create new videos. So once again, thanks everyone for joining us, and stay tuned for new videos. We're definitely going to be changing the formats a little bit and looking at upgrading our equipment and talking about more in-depth news and tech in the future. So thank you again for joining us. Once again, I'm Canadian Steve. And
Ragnar.
yeah.
Signing out.
Thanks.
Stay safe, guys.